Hey YouTube, got another video review for you today. As you can see, I like modern contemporary style furniture, and I just wanted to do a review today on a ceiling fan, and I just wanted to upgrade the one that's here in the room. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. Yep, it's that old ugly brass from the 1990s. And yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm just looking to upgrade that fan, and because it's no longer in style, I've already updated the sconce lighting, and you know, I've got my furniture in here that I've refinished a lot of it. I made the headboard, and I just wanted to put a light that kind of matched the decor. And so I did a Google search and was looking around on the internet, and I come across this company by the name of Fanimation. And this is from their studio collection. This is their Blitz fan. It's a 56-inch ceiling fan. It's in the black finish. And everything that I read about this fan, and when I looked at the specs, said, hey, this is going to be the fan for you, because it got really great ratings. If you look on the Lowe's website, out of 51 reviews, it got 4.5 stars. So if you compare that to any of the other fans, that's pretty high. I don't think you'll find one that has as good as ratings as this one. Plus, it also got a great rating from Energy Star. This is a really efficient fan. And, you know, it only uses like 32 watts on high for the fan part. It does have an 18-watt LED light, so even the light is low wattage as well. And plus, you're not having to change bulbs and buy a bunch of bulbs. And so, you know, that's going to save you money over the course of the fan, too. This fan retails for $229.98. And I just really love that modern contemporary look with the 7 blades. And let's see, the fan has a limited lifetime warranty. It comes with a remote control. On the remote control, you can adjust all the different speeds. It has up to 31 speeds. It even has a reverse. So if you're trying to reverse the direction of the fan, it's as simple as pushing the button. And you can even mount this fan outdoors. It's made to be used in damp locations, and so that is a good feature. So you won't have any saggy blades over the course of you know, it being outside. I know we've all seen houses where you'll see the fans mounted on the deck, and the blades will start sagging from being outside. Since this one is outdoor rated, you shouldn't have that problem. And so anyways, I'm gonna open the box up and show you some of the things that it comes with. I'll go ahead and admit I went ahead and peeked, and I haven't pulled everything out of it. I just kind of opened the top of the box, so I'm gonna do this with you, you know, just as I open it up. I did read that it comes with a 4.5-inch downrod, so that'll probably be the first thing that we see when we open the box. Alright guys, one thing I did want to point out that I seen looking here on the side of the box, it says it has the LED dimming range. It's from 20% to 100%. So that is pretty cool that you can dim the light. And one other feature, the color of the LED light is going to be at 3K, so that equals a warm white light. So it's not going to be really bright. You've seen some of the vehicles going down the road with the blue headlights. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be a warm white, like you would find well, right here on these sconces. That is a warm white. So anyways, just to let you know that you can definitely dim the light. All right, one thing I wanted to make mention on this particular fan is it has a warning paper in here saying do not use this fan with a dimmer switch. The only dimmer switch that you will need is this one here. It's just the remote on the remote, and so if you use a dimmer switch, then it can definitely cause some damage to the fan. So make sure you follow those directions. All right, guys, I've got everything laid out here on the bed so you can see all the parts. And, you know, it looks a little intimidating, but hey, it's really, really simple. If you can follow simple direction, fans are really simple to wire and install. Pretty much on the motor side of it, you just have pretty much just a couple of wires, and you go white to white and black to black, and then you'll have a ground wire that you will attach to your mount. And so it's just 3 wires, and so that's really, really simple to hook it up. And then you've got your frosted lens cover, and then you have your LED panel here. So it has your lights built into. All those little yellow dots in there are the LEDs. And so you know, like I said before, it only uses 18 watts of power, and it should give off a pretty significant amount of light. And so one of the features that I really like about this fan is the remote control. I like the fact that it is tiny. A lot of these remote controls for ceiling fans are as big as TV remotes, and I think that's just way too big, because most of you are going to be like me and have your remote sitting over there on your nightstand, unless you mount it to this little wall plate where it just mounts right over here on the switch. But what I was going to do is probably take a piece of Velcro and put it here on the back and mount it behind my nightstand, just on the back side there, so it's kind of hidden and out of the way, so you don't always see it, and whenever you have to use it, you just pop it off with the Velcro, and voila, you've got easy access to your remote control. This little remote, it uses these little watch style batteries. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. It's it uses a CR2032. It uses 2 of them. So that's something to think about. Those batteries last a long time, and I'll go ahead and let you know, if you ever have to buy any replacements, which it comes with the 2 batteries, but if you have to buy any replacements, you can pick up some cheap ones at Harbor Freight. I know they're really reasonable there. And anyways, it comes with all the blades, and I'll go ahead and let you know the blades are not wood. They're made out of ABS plastic, so that's why it's rated for outdoors, is because they're made out of plastic, so you're not going to have any problem sagging, and they're going to be super strong, and they just look really nice. And so you know, when it comes to cleaning these, they should clean up really well, and you shouldn't really have to worry about scratching them. You know, you can wipe them off with a cloth, and they should look as good as new for years to come. And you know, one thing I will make mention of is when you get your information, just go ahead and write your serial number down here on the front and your purchase date, and go ahead and call and register the fan. So that way you won't, if you ever have any future problems, they'll go ahead and have you put in the system. So make sure you definitely register it. And so anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started taking this beauty down, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now, and I'll come back to you as we go along, and just hang out with me. All right, guys, I just want to give you a quick tip. When you're taking down your old ceiling fan, make sure that you turn the power off at the breaker before you do anything. And then what I like to do is, if it's got globes, I like to pull the globes out of there and the light bulbs, and then take the blades of the fan off, and then go ahead and pull the trim piece that fits around the rod and the mount up there off. And that way you can, whenever you climb the ladder, you're just right there, and all you have to do is just disconnect the wires and then pick the fan up and set it off the little bracket right there. And as you can see, it just picks up and then slides over that bracket. I'll try to zoom in. You see this black bracket is shaped like a horseshoe, and I'm sorry that it's not focusing great, but you just take and you just pick the fan up and pull it right out of that little opening right there on the bracket, and it comes right off right after you go ahead and disconnect the wiring. So make sure you disconnect the wiring first, then pick it up and it slides off, and then you can follow the steps for installing the new fan. All right, guys, I went ahead and took down the old fan and the old bracket, and now I have reinstalled the new bracket that comes with the Fanimation fan, and I've got all the wires ready to be hooked up. And once again, just so there's no confusion, you do the bare copper wire goes to your green right here, your white wire right here goes to the fan white wire, and the black wire goes to the black wire on the fan. So you can't mess this up. It's black wire to black wire, white wire to white wire, and copper always goes to green. And so it's really, really simple to install. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, guys, as you can see, I have went ahead and installed the bracket like I just showed you. I have the wires already there waiting to be run to the fan, and I went ahead and put the or assembled the downrod here like it says in the directions. I'm not going to go through all that, and I went ahead and put the cover over right, the bottom cover right in here, and then I put the middle cover and then the top cover. And so I went ahead and run the wires up through the downrod and got everything cut down to length. And then I went ahead and stripped the wire off down here on the ground before I climbed the ladder, and I'm trying to strip everything up in the air. I just went ahead and did as much as I can down here on the ground, so when I get up on that ladder, I just hang it up there, and it should go up really, really easy. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you what I mean about hanging the fan. You just hang it right there on that bracket, and as you can see, all the wires are right there for you to hook them up, just like I had told you. Black to black, white to white, copper to copper, or copper to green. And so once you get all that hooked up, then you're pretty much, for the most part, done with all the hard part. And make sure whenever you hook the wires up, you use the supplied wire nuts. And what I like to do on my connections, my electrical connections, is I like taking and putting the wire nuts on there, but then taking some black electrical tape that you can find at a hardware store, and just wrapping the wire nuts. And the reason being is if these ever vibrated loose because of the fan, then that tape should help it hold it better in place. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, that's not a needed step, and if you don't want to do it, then you don't have to. It's just an extra safety precaution that I like doing, because over time there's going to be a lot of vibration on the fan. That's just the way that it is. And so when I go to use these wire nuts, like I said, I'm going to wrap a little bit of black electrical tape around them, and and that should make for a good connection. So just bear with me, and we're almost done. All right, guys, as you can see, I've got the ceiling trim plate on, and then the other trim plate right here for the motor on, and I've got everything wired up. And now I'm going to go ahead and start installing the blades. And as you can see, there's a little notch right here, and so the blades only go in one direction. And so, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just take and slide that into the groove, and the blade will sit there and hold by itself until you can get the 3 screws and washers and tighten them up just like I did right there. And so you just put all the blades on until you get all the way around on it, and then you'll move to the next step. All right, guys, as you can see, I've got all 7 blades on, and each blade is attached by 3 screws per blade. And I gotta say, that's really heavy duty. Most blades are only attached using 2 screws, and so to have 3 on there, I thought that was a pretty well-made fan. So I'm gonna move on to the next step and start putting on the light assembly. And so just bear with me. All right, guys, as you can see now, I have the trim ring already installed. And that is this piece right in here. And then I went ahead and installed the LED light panel right here. Now, this fan comes with a block off plate where you don't have to use the LED fan. So, you know, or the LED light. You can use the block off that they have right here. And I'll go ahead and show it to you. And basically, it just blocks off right there where the LED panel would be located. And then this just goes on the bottom. So it would be an all blacked out type fan. But for me, I'm going to use the light kit. And so I'm going to go ahead and install the cover, the frosted cover. All right, as you can see, I went ahead and got the frosted lens cover on, and the fan looks absolutely amazing. I love the design of this fan, and how it's just really sleek and simple looking. And so I think it really looks sharp in here. And so the next step is I'm going to go to the remote control. I'm going to go ahead and open it up and put the batteries in and figure out where I'm going to mount it, and we'll be good to go. Alright, guys, I got the fan installed. I got the power turned back on, and as you can see, I've got the light turned on the fan, and I'm sitting here playing around with the remote, and this thing is just really cool. You can hit the let's see, I'm trying to figure out, that's the fan button. And you got to keep in mind, when you adjust up and down on the fan part here, you have up to 31 different speed settings on this thing. So you can really set this thing to put out some air, or you can really slow it down. But either way, it works amazing. It's really smooth. I didn't have to balance it. They do offer this little kit that comes in the box. If one of your blades is unbalanced, you can put a weight on it. I didn't have to do that. My fan is perfectly straight. It doesn't wobble or make any kind of noise. To be honest with you, you can't even hear it. It's really silent. And so I like it. I think it looks great. Now back to the remote control. I love the up and down, or the up and down features on the light. And watch, you can lower the light output. It said in the manual that it would go down to 20% all the way up to I believe 100%. And so you can see that I'm just dimming the lights with the remote. It's that simple. It works that great. And so then it also has a timer, a 1 hour, a 3 hour, and a 6 hour timer. And I just think that's the coolest thing ever. All right, on this remote control, it has this button here, and this is called the fresh air feature. And what that does is the fan speeds up and slows down to simulate breeze. And so I thought that was really cool. I've never seen that feature on a fan before, and so that's really cool. Okay, and right here on the bottom, it does all takes all the guesswork out of it for you. You've got the sun on this side. You can see the little illustration right there of a sun, and then you got a snowflake over here. And basically what that does is remind you which way the rotation is going to be for what particular time of the year. So that is something I've never seen on a remote either. Normally you have to Google, hey, which way should the fan be going for what time of the year? You know, I always forget, and so I always have to Google it, and so that just takes the guesswork out of that. All right, and one of the last features I wanted to show you is this one right here. It's got a picture of a house on it, and this is the home away from home feature. And what you do is you mash the button, and what happens is the light just randomly turn on and off just throughout the day. And so it looks like someone's at home. So, you know, if you're on vacation, that's just an awesome feature. I've never heard of that, but it makes a lot of sense. And, you know, I just think, you know, if you were on vacation, that would definitely let people know that that you're really there, and you're not. Well, you're really not there, but hey, they don't know that. But anyways, I've never seen that feature on a fan before, but I think that's pretty genius. All right, and the very last feature before I wrap it up, is this one right here. This is the safe exit button. You can see it's got a person walking away, and what you do is just tap it one time, and the light will blink once, and the fan and light will turn off after 1 minute. So that way you're not walking out of a dark room. It gives you a minute to get out, so you don't break your neck trying to get out of there. So it's a really cool remote. Like I said, I love the size of it. And anyways, I'm really happy with the fan. Like I said, this thing is super smooth. I would definitely buy another fan from Fanimation. I don't work for them. They don't pay me anything. I just did this review because I thought it was a really cool looking fan. And so anyways, I was glad to get this fan because I think it just looks sharp in here with the decor. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and you know, guys, please subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel, and if there's any kind of video that you would like to see me, any product that you'd like to see me do a video review on, just please leave it in the comments, and I'll look at it and see if I can do it. And anyways, guys, thanks for supporting my channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video of the Fanimation Blitz fan. I was really happy with it. So anyways, talk to you guys later. Have a good one.